A shallow magnitude 3.6 earthquake strikes east of Los Angeles in the area of Cathedral City in the Salton Buttes volcanic field. Now this is a map showing us the eastern extent of the magma coming in from Baja California. The western part goes under the San Andreas Fault areas, and the eastern part goes through Salt Lake City up into Yellowstone and then turning left into Idaho. Now these are the high threat volcanoes, as you can see. The ones that have had eruptions in the past 2,000 years are in the red triangle. So Long Valley Caldera, for example, Lassen Peak and Mount Shasta, and as you can see all the way up towards Washington, Oregon, have had eruptions in the past 2,000 years. This is an area of subduction, the Pacific plate subducting underneath the North American plate. And we've had, of course, it's a natural thing that we have all these earthquakes there. And as we'll see on this earthquake map, this is right on the San Andreas Fault system, north of the Salton Buttes volcanic field and southeast of Los Angeles. This is one of the mud volcanoes in Salton Buttes, Salton Sea area. Let's take a look at the map of Los Angeles. Okay, this is the whole area here, of course, is a volcanic field, the Salton Sea area, and very low-lying soft areas. And this is the area of San Andreas, the San Andreas Fault, the Golet Fault. This is Coastal Volcanic Field at Ridgecrest. And let's go to our, okay, sorry, I want you to see the amount of people that felt it. About 340 people have reported to USGS feeling it. This is the area right here, and we'll go to our shake map. Here we are. This is it right here, as you can see, right on the San Andreas Fault and San Bernardino Faults, and this is Salton Sea right there with the fault running through it. Shake intensity, shake map intensity, and let's go to our aerial. Okay, and panning out again. As you can see, this is Los Angeles right there, and basically the shake map intensity, you can see some of the areas around the fault lines have shaken a lot, and this is of course very low-lying soft area because of the fact that it's filled in. This is what we have. Oh, it's not 3.6, it's 3.7. My mistake. I have to fix that. The shake map intensity, here you are. Bernardino Mountains, San Bernardino Mountains, Cathedral City, just north of Salton Sea. All this area right here is shaking. Moderate shaking. Moderate shaking in this area. And going back again. Did you feel it? These are the people that reported feeling it in these areas. Exactly where the shaking was going on. And what do we know about this area here? This is our Long Valley Caldera, active during the past 2,000 years. Other potentially active volcanoes, Salton Sea is not even on here, but of course it's a mud volcano. They have a geothermal plant there, just like they do in the Coastal Volcanic Field of Ridgecrest, a geothermal plant, and just like they have at Long Valley Caldera, another geothermal plant. And these are the ones that are again, that have erupted the past 2,000 years all along the west coast. And going to Salton Buttes, this is our area. They lie within the Salton Sea geothermal field. It's a volcanic field with mud volcanoes, located about 145 kilometers, 90 miles southeast of Palm Springs in the Imperial Valley, California. The most recent eruption occurred about 1,800 years ago. So this again has erupted in the past 2,000 years. Okay, this is what it says. This is USGS. The system is fueled by heat emanating from zones of partly molten rock, magma, deep below the Earth's surface. Eruptions occurred about 400,000 years ago, were followed by a long lull in activity until about 18,000 years ago. The most recent eruptions, which took place about 1,800 years ago, started explosively. then progressed to relatively gentle effusion of dense, glassy-looking obsidian lava domes. The Salton Sea geothermal field, which currently produces enough power to supply about 325,000 homes, has persistent small to moderate earthquakes related to geothermal system and to movement along regional faults. Monitoring of earthquake activity began 1930s, and the dense seismic network installed in the 1970s is operated by USGS and the California Institute of Technology, Caltech. The available data are insufficient to establish a pattern of volcanic activity to determine the likelihood of an eruption. The high heat flow from the area and relatively young age of Salton Buttes, however, attest to the potential of future eruptions. And this is according to USGS. Okay? So this is what we had, the 3.7 magnitude earthquake. All of you there, please be very careful. And thank you for your support. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.